Hi, Sam. Thanks for meeting me here today. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I see on your LinkedIn that you went to USF. I also went to USF. What did you think of the school while you were there?
I thought it was pretty good. Lots to do around Tampa overall. Good break from studying.
Interesting. How'd you end up in the legal world?
In the legal world, well, I thought it was an interesting field to get in. Um, Pays well. I just always saw myself to be in that environment.
That's good. That's good. So how much have you heard about our printing, scanning, and IT services here at Applied Innovations?
Um, I've heard a good amount of them. A good amount.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna fill you in completely of that here today, and so by the time we conclude this meeting, you'll have a more general understanding of what we offer. Um, we also work with like many firms, throughout the Tampa area here and in Florida as well. Usually a lot of, tech firms, medical, law firms as well, such as yourself. And we usually help them improve their productivity and update their tech services. I just want to make sure that we have 30 minutes here today. I know you're busy, as a operations manager here. I just want to make sure that's good, that 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay, the agenda I wanted to cover today with you, Sam, is like I said, our printing, our scanning, and our IT services, and we can discuss some of the issues you might be facing and how we can solve that with applied innovations.
All right. Yep.
Is there anything specifically you want to add to that agenda here today?
No.
Okay, so I just want to clarify here, is there anybody else in the decision-making process? I know managing partners are a big aspect here in a law firm. Is there any other people that you can name for me?
No. Currently, no.
Okay, yeah. That's all right. I got kind of a list of some people I'm gonna talk to, and I'll ultimately grab all those, perspectives on it. So, is it all right? Last question here before we start getting into the bits that I want to cover. Is it all right if I take notes here today of our process?
Yeah, of course. Of course. No issue with
Awesome.
that.
So, let's get going over, some of the details behind our printing services and your services and any issues you are experiencing. So, going into that, can you tell me how you're managing your print services as of now?
Um, our printers constantly cause delays because they jam, run out of supplies, or break at the exact moment someone needs to print something important, pretty much.
All right. What are some of these? I know that you said malfunctioning printers and jams, and it's causing problems. But what are some of these bigger, like what would you say is like the biggest problems you're facing? Like ultimately, if you could nail it down.
Well, we actually lose a lot of time every day dealing with these malfunctioning printers, instead of helping attorneys.
Okay. Why do you think that is? Is there anything more you can put on top of that?
Um, well, I would say probably network issues, really. No one is actively monitoring the devices or managing supplies across the office.
Okay. So how are these issues impacting you daily?
Well, it hurts productivity and creates stress when printing deadlines are tight.
All right. So do you have, any vision out of your role of the solution to this issue?
Yeah, we want a printing setup that works smoothly without last minute scrambling. Saves a lot of time.
Okay. Can you describe your ideal scenario or outcome for this service?
We want a stronger reliability, fewer devices to worry about, and support that steps in before anything fails.
All right. What would that help you with in your business overall, like function wise?
Uh, Better management of printers would make our entire workflow run faster and reduce frustration across the departments.
Yes, that would work. That would be amazing, especially at a law firm when you have a lot of clients that you need to handle quickly in a busy firm, as I know you guys are. Um, have you ever tried a service like this before?
We haven't done this before because printing used to feel like a simple task, but that's no longer the case, unfortunately.
So why is now specifically a good time?
Now's the right time because demand is higher and we can't afford interruptions anymore.
Okay. Um, can you walk me through kind of like the steps of your decision-making process and how long you think until you make a decision?
Well, we're looking to decide within 30 to 60 days, so upgrades and support improvements can happen quickly.
All right. Is there anything that would help, on our end, help you with the decision-making process?
We need this done before the next round of major filings and office growth.
All right. If the timing could be expedited for good reason, sorry. Um, what would be some of those reasons you think?
Um, a clear installation and transition plan will help us accelerate the decision.
All right. Now down to kind of like dealing with the money aspect, financing aspects here. Have you allocated a budget for this solution?
Yes, we estimate we are losing around three to $4,000 per month due to wasted time, emergency repairs, and unnecessary supply purchases.
All right. Is there anything more you could tell me about that?
Yes. So these losses come from people standing around waiting, reprinting documents, and calling IT for fixes. Just time consuming, very, with the calling IT.
Exactly. What is driving your budget overall?
We track this through maintenance invoices and workflow delays that happen during print failures.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah, our managed print services here, it's 14,000 per month. So hopefully that will, through that payment, you'll save that 3 to 4,000 per month that apparently, that you think you're wasting on emergency repairs and unnecessary purchases and wasted time, especially in a law firm, when you're trying to get billable hours as much as possible. That's where our managed
Yeah.
print services, brings in reduced downtime from proactive device monitoring and maintenance by our IT teams. The automatic toner replenishment, so you're not wasting that time on buying or wasting that money, sorry, on toner and stuff that's not used or doesn't apply in that situation. So I
Yep.
guess we'll move on here to our scanning services. Can you describe for me, typical steps of your workflow?
Yeah, we have too many paper files taking up space, and staff waste time searching through file rooms instead of supporting attorneys.
All right. Can you share any instances where your scanning services have fallen short?
Yes, physical records are hard to locate quickly, especially when attorneys need something urgently.
Awesome. Yeah, that's where we come in, with the instant access of that digitalized records. You can access from any location. That's one of our main key points with our scanning services here, especially with all those documents you have. Can you expand a little bit maybe on where if there's any other falling short of your scanning services or anything, if you could expand on that a little bit further?
Yes, the problem exists because documents are stored in multiple places with no standardized tracking system.
All right. How is this impacting you overall in your firm and operations wise?
Well, it slows down our workflow and creates frustration when deadlines are really tight.
Yes, that's not good. Do you have a vision of the solution possibly?
Yes, we want older and active files scanned and organized so they are instantly accessible when someone needs them.
Okay. Have you explored alternative approaches to your scanning services before?
Um, sort of.
All right. What are some of the issues that you think you could handle this better? like such as your digitalized doc, like digitalized docs? How would that, improve your workflow?
Uh, Digitizing documents would make our jobs easier and eliminate a lot of manual searching for case information.
Why specifically do you think this would help a lot?
Well, better access would help new employees get up to speed faster and reduce interruptions to legal teams.
Okay. Have you ever tried this before?
We haven't pushed for scanning before because it always felt like too big of a project to take on, really.
Yeah, I understand that with all those, you've been in business for a long time here. You definitely have a lot of paper files. So why is now a good time?
Well, right now is the right time because we're running out of space and hybrid work requires digital access.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, scanning 100% with our services would drastically reduce your offsite and onsite storage costs. I know you're with all those, you know, files and stuff you got to find. It's going to take up space. Is there any internal stakeholders that need to review or approve this decision? And what would be the timeline on that?
Um, well, the timeline of this, we would like to move forward within 60 to 90 days so we can start clearing physical storage areas soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything that can help with this process?
With this process, if you show us a simple phase rollout with minimal disruption, we could move faster with the process.
Okay. What is driving the specific decision period? I know that you're talking about, you want to start clearing out that stuff. I mean, is there any rush in caseloads or something you're expecting?
We just need a plan that makes sense and doesn't overwhelm our staff during implementation.
All right. Do you know do you know how much money, can be saved if you fix this issue? Possibly like an estimate if you have, or if you're taking any losses from it?
Yes, we did the calculations and we're pretty much losing like $5,500 per month in time wasted looking for files and paying for offsite storage.
Exactly. That's exactly why you'll have access to our with our services and our scanning services here, that digitalized library, you know, especially with your hybrid work that you brought up, your attorneys and staff can be able to access those anywhere. So, why do you think that is that it's that 5,500 per month? And I mean, other than the wasted time, looking for files, and is there anything more on top of that?
Yes, so that cost is caused by slow retrieval processes and the constant need to physically locate and move paper records.
All right, what is driving your budget, or how do you know these are your the amount that you're spending on them? Like, what's your verification of that?
So for verification, we actually have invoices and time logs that show how long it takes to find archived documents.
All right, so what's driving your budget specifically?
So any budget we approve will be based on saving staff time and freeing space so we can operate more efficiently.
Awesome. Yeah, who doesn't want that?
Yeah.
Uh, well, I guess we'll move on here to the last um product, that we're gonna offer you here. Um, the managed IT services. How satisfied are you with your current IT service solution?
Well, our technology issues disrupt everyday workflows and create unnecessary stress because staff can't get their work done when systems slow down or stop working.
Okay, what problems are you experiencing with your IT? I mean, obviously, like you brought up slowdowns and unnecessary stress. What other problems are you seeing?
Well, we waste time waiting for help when computers or applications freeze. Very frustrating.
Okay, what do you think could fix that issue?
So for fixing this issue, um, probably definitely fi- uh, discussing this with our IT team, and helping to uh get certain products and services to enhance this.
All right. How's this impacting you daily?
Well, it impacts morale and productivity when employees are stuck and can't assist attorneys efficiently.
All right. Do you have a vision for your managed IT services here?
Yes, so ideally we want stable systems with fast support so staff can stay focused on legal work.
Awesome. That's why here at Applied Innovations, we offer that internal IT team that can handle those issues directly. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about your strategic um issues in the office and planning to grow rather than these little issues. Is there any areas that you think could be optimized with your firms to help with your firm's productivity?
Yeah, yes, we want proactive IT support, faster ticket resolution, and fewer recurring issues holding people back.
How do you think that specifically would help your productivity?
Well, tools that make technology more reliable would help new hires ramp up faster and reduce frustrations across the departments.
Have you ever tried like a managed IT service before?
We haven't had managed IT before because we tried to get by with what we have internally.
Okay, why do you think now is a great time?
Well, right now is a good time because hybrid work has increased, like I said before, and our dependency on remote access and uptime.
All right. Are you aware of like a target date possibly that you would need this decision decided on?
Yes, so we would have like a decision in the next 60 to 90 days, so improvements can be in place before our busy season.
Okay. I guess here, why is that? I mean, yeah, no, never mind. I'm sorry. You said because your busy season in the summertime there, that was my mistake.
Okay.
What's driving the specific decision time, on top of that busy season, all that? What else is driving that?
Well, this timeline is driven by upcoming system updates and staffing changes.
Okay. Can the timing be expedited at all with good reason?
If the solution clearly helps us improve day-to-day productivity with a simple rollout, we can move more quickly.
Okay, what would need to happen expedited?
We just need a plan that doesn't interrupt work or create confusion during the transition, pretty much.
All right. What are your monthly costs with these services as of now?
Um, we estimate about $8,000 per month in staff productivity because people cannot assist attorneys when systems are down or slow.
What is all included in these costs that you're talking about?
Well, these losses are driven by delays, duplicated work, and time spent waiting for tech issues to be resolved.
Okay, how do you know specifically, like, how can you verify that that you spent this amount of money or could have saved this amount of money?
Well, we can see this through help desk ticket logs and time tracking that show work stopping during outages.
All right, what's driving your budget?
Our budget is focused on improvements that save time and help attorneys keep billing without interruptions.
All right, yes, that's all great to hear here. I mean, our our managed IT services here, like I said, they have that internal team for you. They can handle all those little daily fixes so you and your team can focus on the strategic initiatives. We also have that faster help desk response, which improves your staff and attorney productivity right there. Enhanced cybersecurity on top of that, and that's all rounded in that $55,000 per month price. Yes, that's like our most expensive service right there, but it is the best service that we offer. At least in my opinion, with especially 6,000, 8,000, and you're possibly losing a month in staff productivity. If you make that back up, and that'll help the firm grow overall. But thank you for your time here today, Sam.
Of
I
course.
really appreciate that. I got a lot of good notes here for later. I can bring this back and we can further close or narrow down this decision here. And thank you for your time today.
Yeah, of course. And hopefully we can get back and talk about this some more and move forward with this process.
All right, I'll be in touch. Thank you.
All right.